Okay, ladies and gentlemen, happy 4th of July. Dixie Dave Crusher Crossing here, and we are not live. We are off enjoying our fireworks displays and having fun with our friends and family. But we do have a recorded show for you, so enjoy.
Yes, and so just so you know, even though the show is live, we're not live. So any comments you put in right now and everything are going to kind of go unanswered because we're not here, technically. But this was one of my favorite shows, Joe. It was our July 4th special last year, and I was out of town. And I said, Dave, I need you to take the reins and take control of the show. And we got Jamie McParland to come on. Now we have they're two Hall of Famers as we speak. And Dave says, okay, I'll do it. I'll run the show. And Dave was actually captaining the ship on this one. And I was one of my favorite episodes of all time. And I wasn't even on it.
You know, bring me Ricky Vaughn, Hall of Famer as he is. And, you know, we don't even need Crusher in here.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a replay, folks, of these guys with a great show that they had. Enjoy the show. We'll throw this one up on Spotify as well. So enjoy it for the weekend of the 4th.
Yep, have fun, folks. I'm your host, Dixie Dave, with added guest host, Irish Terror, Jamie McParland, also known as Ricky Vaughn.
Many other names.
Alrighty, and I can hear you now, Jamie.
Okay, great. Okay.
It might have been we hadn't pulled you up on screen yet. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, well, we are live, and this week, Crusher is on a well-deserved vacation. So, sorry, you're stuck with me. You're stuck with Jamie. Hey, Terry, how's it going? Good to see you in the crowd. We'd love to have you on the show one of these days.
Two Coon Rapids boys today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we all get busy, Jamie. Or we all get busy, Terry.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you on the show.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Gizmo, welcome in. Hey, thank you for bringing your friends in. We love sharing the show. This week's show is one that I requested to Crusher a while back. It is from our Dayton studio, the Dayton Pole Barn, which Jamie probably fondly remembers.
I just remember them forcing us to jog out front, which was horrible. Like July or August heat, you know, in Minnesota is humid and nasty, and they're like, before you can get in the ring, you guys gotta jog like a mile or 2 miles or whatever it was. It was awful.
Yeah, that was probably Larry's doing.
Yeah, I think we were some of the youngest guys, and so I think there was probably a little bit of hazing as well, you know, involved. So,
well, that, and as we've discussed before, Larry was trying to get rid of all of us younger guys.
Right, yeah.
So
there was a question that came up from a viewer.
From Gizmo here?
Yeah, I think he asked.
Gizmo is a weekly visitor. A little about me, okay? Well, my love for wrestling began in like 1984, 1985 with a little territory called Continental Wrestling. I was visiting my dad in Florida and learned about wrestling at a live event.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that territory was nuts. There wasn't Dusty down there and Kevin Sullivan.
Well, at the time, Dusty wasn't down there. It was
85. Yeah, he would have been at Crockett at that point, right?
Yep. That was Armstrong's heyday versus the Fullers.
Right.
Exotic Adrian Street. I mean, imagine being 10, 11 years old and your first experience watching wrestling, you see Adrian Street walk into the ring.
Right. Well, and also a live event, like that's so much it's just crazy compared to watching it on TV, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
And I
imagine
fell
that
in
would
love
be
with
amazing.
wrestling then, and I've been a fan ever since.
So how did you get involved with the NWF?
Well, to be honest, I was friends with Thandar the Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
He lived in the same apartment complex I lived in, over there,
Yeah.
right next to the Tech.
Okay.
And then I also knew Terry Block, who lived about a block over on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, okay. So they were already wrestling, and they.
Yep. And right before the May 9th event, Terry told me about the event coming up. Tim never brought it up to me, but Terry brought it up to me and asked if I wanted to go, and I got the money and I went. And that night I talked to Crusher and said, "How do I join?"
Right. Oh, that's awesome. So
and then fast forward a few months later, you and I were talking in school, and we both discovered we loved wrestling. And
yep.
And lo and behold, I got you involved in the NWF. And
yep. How did you? So you went to the event to watch. When were you smartened up to, that it was predetermined-ish, or at least the endings are predetermined. It's not fake, but
I got smartened up to that when I joined the NWF.
So before, like, did you think, hey, I'm really gonna have to go in here and suplex some dudes, and fight?
Well, I had suspicions. I had suspicions
cool.
that it was a work, but to truly be smartened up, my first match, not a word said to me, and I got in the ring with Chad Randall, I believe. He was Terry Block's tag team partner as the Invaders.
Okay. Yeah.
And that match, a lot of people would have probably said one and done, but I took a body slam. We watched the event a while back, and
yeah,
Chad picked me up for a body slam, turned me, and when I landed, I came down right on the small of my back.
Ooh.
And I just remember when the referee was counting 3, he kept telling me, "Kick out." And I finally, after two, I was like, "I can't."
Did it knock the wind out of you, or just?
Oh yeah, it knocked the wind out of me. But
right, yeah,
I was right back in there for my next match. So
right. Facebook user asked if Dr. Dredd ever wrestled either of us. I don't believe I did.
No, Dr. Dredd never. I don't believe I ever got in the ring with Dr. Dredd either.
I think he was wrestling the older guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Dion and stuff.
If you remember, Dr. Dredd's boots have that DD on them.
Yeah. Hey.
Those in the know what that DD originally stood for.
I noticed in the thumbnail at the beginning of the show, you're wearing a singlet, and you actually have DD embroidered, monogrammed on your singlet.
Yep,
awesome.
I actually, my mom was into sewing.
Oh, so she did it.
Yeah, so I bought the singlet, and then she we bought some letters I don't know if you remember the old Red Owl Mall.
Oh, yeah, I remember Red Owl.
There was that Minnesota fabric store there.
Yes, yeah, I totally remember that.
She found the letters there and sewed them onto my singlet, and
the rest is history. That's awesome.
Yep. And I actually had that singlet up until about 10, 11 years ago.
Oh, really? What happened to it?
Long story short, my house caught on fire and the singlet was in the house when it burned.
That's right. That sucks, dude.
So right now, the only thing floating out there for Dixie Dave memorabilia is those boots I just can't find.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yep, we both had a pair of boots go missing.
Yeah. Those were, it's funny. I don't know how we got, I think they were like $150. And back in 1987, that's like $300 today, right? Or
yeah.
more. And I mean, how the hell did two kids from Coon Rapids save up that much money?
Thankfully, we had very understanding parents that knew that was our dream. And
yeah, I can't imagine that my mom would have helped me out with that, but maybe it was birthday and Christmas money or something like that, or mowing lawns. So,
but hey, how about we get into the show?
Yeah, I'm excited.
And as I remember, this is pretty close to the beginning of the Irish Terror's NWF career.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think the date and stuff was right at the beginning. So without further ado, let's bring it on in. If I remember correctly, I think even I've got 2 matches on here, and I think one of them you even come out to the ring with me. Oh, nice. I'm working security for you. Running interference.
And this is our usual intro to the show as it aired back in the 80s.
Do you know the date of this show?
I would have to look it up for you.
That's all right. Oh, here we go. February 7th, 1987.
Yep.
Taping 98.
They seem pretty confident right now, but I don't know. They're gonna have to back up their words pretty hard.
Look like losers to me.
Okay, so we got
tough competitors over here. Here they come.
Mr. Macho and Slick Steenerson, 2 of my favorites.
Yep. Versus Mr. Destroyer in one half of the Rack and Roll Express. And there's the infamous Mick Weller ringside.
He's COVID ready, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Years before COVID even hit.
Right.
And Mick Weller.
And before anybody comments about the camera work, keep in mind, we are all kids doing this show.
Yes.
Here, and I'm going to get Mick Weller and Mr. Macho and Slick Steenerson. You've seen what he did to me last time, and he's going to get paid back.
You keep up that, you might just get it again, Irish.
Oh, that was me.
Yep, I was just going to say, and there we have Irish Terror.
Talking shit. Sounds about right.
Hey, we all talked a lot of shit back then.
Yeah.
Armbar. Oh, it looks like he's in pain. Oh, right to the head on stinking rail, folks.
And that would be Mr. Destroyer in the ring right now.
Very nice.
Here comes my Willers. I don't know.
With Slick Steenerson.
You're such a cool dude. Why don't you take off?
I'll let you listen here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something, mate. I like this tag team here, but I don't know what business Mr. Destroyer's got coming in there. What is this, a rockin' Rotterdam? What is he doing there, mate?
I don't
Oh, we all love to take any chance we could at being on camera.
Looks like a little bit cheap out here.
The terrible Minnesotan Australian accent is pretty great.
Yeah.
Just over on the other side of that.
Oh.
Whip to the ropes. Clothesline.
Oh.
And that would be one Slick Steenerson in the ring.
Yeah, he needs to turn this around here.
To tag. Here comes
You know,
Mike Bauer on the attack.
the places Slick could have gone.
Yeah. I mean,
Mike Bauer rips to the rope.
even though he didn't get big time or whatever, he wrestled with Sharky and did those programs with Sean. Like, that was pretty great,
Yeah.
So
Macho tag.
There we go.
He's in the ring. This could be good.
And this was before we painted the windows there at the pole barn. So
yes, that's
He's
right.
trying to set up some.
I apologize about the glare, but
Looks like he wants
We're
to
still
shake
figuring it
hands.
out.
yep.
Looks like he wants to shake
Yeah, I feel
hands.
like we had a lot of trouble with
I
lights.
don't know if our cameras can see this.
Yeah, I believe it was right after this show.
And from the behind, Mr. Destroyer.
Throws Macho across the
Right after
ring.
this show, we
He's
painted
a
those
guy.
windows.
Still's got
Right, yeah.
control. What is this?
Oh, we got something going on the outside there.
Uh-oh. That's Mr. Macho and Mr. Destroyer against each other.
All right, here he comes. A little bit of assistant help. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do.
I think it. Uh-oh. Macho looks like
Too
he's
much
doing a lot of
action.
damage on the other end.
Flower goes
Exactly.
That's good. That's good. We're here commentating the Destructors. We plan on taking the belts 2 months as we get out of the action here. All
Yeah,
right,
I
let's
actually
go
just
back
recently
right
reconnected with one of the Destructors.
Oh, yeah?
One Gary Parr.
Get in, help your
Nice.
partner.
Were they on the show or
No, actually,
in real
I
life?
found Gary on Facebook,
Game plan going here.
Yeah.
and I sent him a message,
They want to shake
you know,
hands.
just saying I'd like to get in contact with him. And
Right.
because of our past, he thought that it was a negative thing I was trying to get a hold of him for, but
Power in.
Oh.
Macho
But,
needed the
past
guy.
in
Unreal.
wrestling,
I
or
don't know
was
if
there
he can
something
take much
else?
more of this.
no,
He's got the full
Gary and I had had a
shot.
past in
Here it
elementary
comes.
school as,
Ah.
He's on the top
you know,
rope. Here
as
comes
he
the
put it, he
big
was an angry kid, and
Oh,
I don't know if
hold
he
on.
hit him or not. I don't
Stevenson
think he
just
did. No
opened
one's done it all.
the
He's going for
doors
the pin.
to the
ref
pole
doesn't see
barn
nothing.
and got
He
a
comes out, he's out
2x4
of
and then
position.
ran up and
but
hit
then Macho gets out of there. Looks like
the
he bumped him in
opponent on the
eye.
head.
A very good move.
Sorry.
Yes, it was.
That was too good to pass up.
Looks like he's got him blinded.
But
right
yeah.
now.
Drop kick?
but yeah, it was
so
actually
elementary
a
school
positive,
trouble, huh?
it was actually a positive reason I got a hold of him.
Oh, right into the-
Nice.
So, oh, and there go those doors open again.
Yep.
Macho
Lots of light
gets
bleed.
Destroyer of the arm bar. He's working over that arm. It might have to be amputated after this. Mike
Destroyer ain't even got a chance.
Uh-oh.
The Destroyer looks like he's an egg and tie. No, that arm has got to come off. It's got to come off.
The arm's got to come off.
He's trying to fight
Yep,
back here.
I
Looks like he's
mean,
still very, very hurt here.
all that damage to it.
Yeah. They were working it over.
Could slick on.
But yeah, long story short,
he's out of position again. Macho very diligently comes
I have
in
somebody in my
and
life
helps
who
his
had been in a
partner
car
out.
accident about a month and a half ago and suffered an
Oh,
injury
no.
similar to what Gary went through, and
Yeah.
I had him tell her that
Written rule
there is
that
life
I have
after
to
that
look at
injury.
just that.
Right. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
The tag.
Well, she's doing good.
Who's the legal man
Yeah.
in? It looks
That's
like
good.
Macho. There was a tag.
Is she
ref.
wearing a Cheap Trick shirt? Is that what's going on? Can't make it out.
I can't quite make it out
A little
either.
bit of confusion
It says
going
on tour
here. Mike
86 on the
Bauer
back. I
against
do know
someone.
that. Looks like the Cheap Trick logo, which is pretty.
Throws him into
That's some
the
good
ring. He
taste in music
loses
right
his
there.
balance. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh, he looks like some... What
But yeah,
happened to
Jamie,
him?
the intro music that we use is from that band I told you about.
Can't see
Oh, yeah,
back
yeah.
here. We're kind of in crappy
Yeah, it's a
seats
great
back
song.
here. We really can't tell very well.
And they just recently, well, actually, I can't say that they've even officially
It looks
released
like
their new album, but
Scott
You've heard it?
Destroyer. Uh-oh.
I actually have a
Top rope.
copy of it.
I don't know.
Nice. You got an
Body
advanced
slam.
copy?
Come on, ref.
Well, what they
Oh.
did is they had a special edition release that they were doing,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
and I bought it, and
Three. Come on, ref. Unreal.
I got my copy a little early.
That's great.
Nice.
Mike Bauer, like a nerd would, comes into the ring.
Yeah, all of our action back then was
He got the tag off.
all of us kids having fun. It was a good way to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you'd think about your teenage boys getting together. That's nothing but trouble, but
Right. Yeah.
It looks like they're getting triple teamed over there. Oh,
Yeah. It definitely gave us something to do
he throws the
and
referee.
outlet for creativity and athleticism when, you know, not all of us were into regular sports or ever
Yep.
got into regular sports, you know?
I mean, I had also been involved in regular sports, but wrestling was my love.
And, you know,
Yeah.
the best way to take an advantage. You can tell these guys.
Yeah. My dad made me sign up for baseball in 8th grade and I hated it.
They were the best
There it
team
is.
they should have won.
And Slick Steenerson and Mr. Macho win the match.
Is that Clausen in the leather jacket and the hat? Jason?
That would be Mick Weller, yep.
Okay.
I don't know if
I
our
can't
cameras are
remember
still
all of his
on.
aliases.
Looks like there might be a
Oh, he
conversation
was
between
Mick
Mc
Weller,
and the
he
Macho.
was Corporal Clausen.
He gets a cheap shot in. Very good. Oh, no, it's a free
He had a
Couple of
mask character too, didn't he?
Yep. At one point, he was Rattlesnake Jake.
Should we make our
Rattlesnake
mark in
Jake,
the
that's right.
NWF, or should we just give it a
But he was not the Rattlesnake Jake when
We got plenty of time to make our mark.
we won the
We got
national
2
tag
months,
title.
and the belts are
Right.
ours. It better be. Yep. And we better get some good
So
matches
yeah, so
signed
for
up.
people
We
that
want,
don't know,
you
Jason
know,
was
Dixie
typically
Dave or
commentator
Brock or
and
whatever,
announcer.
Brockhead. I'm just sick
But
of
I
it.
believe Jason's mom wouldn't let him wrestle. Is that what it was? And so
I believe so.
he would wrestle, but
Now, ladies and
only
gentlemen,
while wearing a
our first
disguise.
match for
So she wouldn't
today,
find out.
Coming in
So
first from Hickory Hills, Tennessee, Dave Dixon. And
Hickory
here we
Hills,
go.
Tennessee.
is the Irish Terror.
Oh, are we in a match against each other?
No, this is where I was saying you
Oh,
came
that's
to win
right.
with.
And coming
That's right,
in
that's right.
next, he is the U.S. champion from Washington, D.C., capital of the United States of America. He is Kid USA Kelsey.
Oh, this is a big match. You and Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
Accompanied by world champion Crusher Crossan.
Now, if you watch, there's gonna be a little unfair deal going on here.
Ah, okay.
And there you hear Dave Dixon in the background. His
I'm telling
US
Crusher, get out of the ring.
Kid Kelsey, I don't
You're
think
so
he's
little. You're
risking
so
too much
adorable,
with
dude.
Dixie Dave. David Dixon. Just getting over it. Oh, and kicking.
See, right there, I got Pearl Harbor by Kelsey.
Match
You know,
underway.
what's up with that? He's supposed to be the
Slap match,
good
I
guy.
swear
What
it
is this shit?
Dave Dixon down and Kid USA Kelsey above. Hammering on him fiercely, grabbing him by the skin suit.
The skin suit.
That's funny, Dave doesn't have a bra on.
Oh, the things we used to say about each other back in the day.
And drop to
Kids are
Dave
fucking
Dixon.
evil, dude.
For your commentating team is Jason Clausen and the Destructors.
Oh,
The Destructors.
so it's not too surprising
Gentlemen, please
you were
introduce
insulted.
yourself.
It's Jason Clausen on the
From
mic.
the south side of
Yep.
Chicago,
He was a
we
dick to
live in the
everybody.
ghettos all our lives. That's where we learn how to fight. We bring our style into the ring, and we're gonna do some damage in the NWF. I see. Well, then we have the Destructors here.
You should have gone into
Okay,
business for
Dave-
yourself and just
Dave
wrapped
Dixon
Kelsey in a
laying on
small
the arena
package and
floor.
pinned his ass.
Oh, Kelsey! Hitting
But you
him.
know,
I'd like to see.
I know what I was.
sign with
I knew what I was
some
supposed to do
competition.
here, and I
Right,
was.
right.
He's better than this, even though
You know.
I do not really care for the man. I'd like to see him in the ring with me.
You know, I was willing to do my job.
Right.
The turnpost. Dixie Dave trying to fight back on the ring.
You know, that's one thing about you and I, Jamie.
Back in the ring. Here they come.
I guess we were the job squad before there was a job
Oh
squad.
yeah. No,
I don't know if you could see
that's what we
this.
did. We
Give him a few
did, you know,
shots. Here's
somebody's
the
gotta
other half
lose,
of the
so.
Destructor.
somebody's got to
Well,
make
it
the
looks
other
like
guys
Dixie Dave's
look
getting the
good,
crap
you know.
beat out of him, but I don't know. That Dixie Dave's nothing but a fat slob.
That would have probably been Gary right there.
Okay. Oh no! Trying to. He does it! He body slams Dave Dixon. That
Not something that happened a whole lot.
is incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, Master Control Center coming to you
Kelsey in
live from
pain.
Master Control. We have an NWF NCWA Pro Wrestling Spectacular card, and what a card it's going to be. Back at the Anoka Army. Now, you know the last card at the Anoka Army, October 18th, that was a sellout crowd. We're suggesting that you get your tickets early. Now, special reduced ticket prices have been done. It's the NWF NCWA Pro Wrestling Spectacular card at the Anoka Armory, Friday, March 20th at 7 p.m. Already signed Crusher Crossan to take on Slick Steenerson in a no slam, no belt match. That is where if Crossan can't slam him, he doesn't get the belt, and Steenerson will become the new world champion. If Crossan doesn't slam him within the time period of the match.
Yep, I didn't. If I remember correctly, I didn't make that card because, if I remember correctly, that was the same night that the NWA was in town.
The Warrior, possibly.
You got to see the NWA?
And we have some other guys.
It was an NWA UWF co-event.
Oh, wow.
NWF World Tag Team Champions, the Rack and Roll Express. Plus,
Yeah, I would have liked to seen that.
all sorts of other, I guess the.
Oh, it was a fun event.
Man will be here.
Obviously, you can guess what the main event
Not
was.
sure what his name is.
Is that
He's a
Flair
Being-
and
What a spectacular card. NWF NCWA Pro
With
Wrestling
being
Spectacular.
87,
Anoka Armory, Friday, March 20th, 7 p.m.
Flair and Dusty.
Stay tuned to this program
Yeah.
for further
That's a
details,
classic,
and
man.
Check your community events channel for, again, further details. Thank
do you remember what the outcome was? Like it was an
Typical-
hour-long.
Typical deal, you know, Dusty beats Flair up.
And
And,
over,
Oh,
that's it.
oh,
hey, I sold that one good.
Over here,
that was good.
The unpredictable white ninja. I really
Jesus.
I'm new in the NWF. I don't know what to
Oh
think.
Now he's going
after you.
Team with him, I don't know. He looks like he's halfway decent. If he follows the rules, I'm gonna have to go against him. But if he don't, I'm all for it.
Did you guys get a double count out?
Whoa! I guess he's got the guts not to talk to us. He's got a.
Let's see what they say.
Distractor. I follow the rules. If you're gonna be a rule breaker, you're gonna pay the price.
What price is that?
Maybe a couple broken ribs, huh?
You think I'm scared? Ha! My boots are still on, buddy.
Ah, they
How
gave it
is,
to
how is
Kid
he the winner? You guys were both out there for like 45 seconds.
Kelsey.
I'm guessing they say that he just barely beat the count
The,
in.
dest-
I guess.
the destroyer. Mr.
What?
I think that
Yeah.
week we were kind of short on people, so
Right.
we had a lot of people doing double duty.
That's right, bomb either. How about you? No.
It's too bad the ropes are so tall.
And now, coming from parts
Well,
of
you know, it was an official wrestling
Right,
ring.
but we're also short, so
Yep.
it's hard. It was hard
Looks
for
like
us
a
to
fine athlete on his part.
work the ropes.
He could use a little more bulk on them arms, though, don't you think? Yeah, he could. He looks like
And here we have Block, aka Terry Block.
Terry Block, yeah.
At least I believe it was Terry Block that did Block.
Yeah, that would make
There we
sense.
go. We're gonna start off the match. They're all checked up. Rockin' and Block. It looks like Rockin's got the upper half on the moment. Oh no, Block turns it around.
Oh, there we go. Small package right out of the gate. Ah,
And hopefully Rockin' Roundaboutum's doing good now.
What's he gonna do?
I haven't heard an update lately.
What a move, the back crusher. That'll crush your back so bad it's unpathetically real.
If the
Came back from that pretty
fans
quick.
remember Crusher and I talking about it, Rockin' Roundabout had been in a biking accident. And
Oh, really?
yeah.
Like with a car, or just like
Kicked in the leg.
No, he was in a biking accident and took a really bad tumble. And
Grabs him by
Yeah.
the leg. Oh,
Yeah, that's
Rockin trying to
unfortunate.
get out of it by a couple of them nifty acrobatic moves.
Give me this. You two want a match? You got me.
We want a match with you.
You got it.
yeah, that's the thing. We'd be calling for our matches.
during other
Hey,
matches.
Destroyer.
Yep.
So, checking out, huh?
You got it.
Fine. Throw your chair.
Well, now that we got this challenge, we're going to have to meditate over here. We're going to leave you with a very good friend of mine over here. It's Slick.
Thank you. Well, anyways, back to the match. Rockin' Roundaboutum's working over him in the corner. Either back up to the corner. And I have a new
I wonder where
wrestler
you got
here
that
today with
mask
me.
from.
What is your name? What's
Like the masks, they're, you can buy them at 7-Eleven nowadays, but back then I
Yeah.
don't
He'll be coming later.
ever remember seeing them around,
Back to the action. Block. Block and rock and Ron and Bomb. Block's got the advantage right now over Ron and Bomb. They're just
So,
squirting
in
around
fans,
like-
even though Crusher's not here, if Jamie's up for it, we will do the NWF After Hours.
We're gonna-
Oh, yeah, sure.
Here's my partner.
I don't know if you've seen us doing it in the past. We
I
just-
have not. Is it
Okay.
just chatting with the viewers after the show?
Yep. We'll take questions, answer them to the best of our abilities.
Just
And
wrestled Rock and Roundabout last week. He is
We can do
hard.
that. I do. Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't underestimate him like I did. We know that
Ladies
we can
and
defeat
gentlemen,
him
once
any
again,
day,
Master
but
Control for a special
he just
announcement
got lucky.
Master Control.
coming up. March
Looks like,
20th.
now, our question, I just figured something out, Jamie.
What's that?
Remember that question that we had about did either of us ever wrestle Dr. Dread?
You will be seeing
Yeah, I remember.
such wrestlers.
I believe that was actually Dr. Dread asking the question.
I kind of thought it might be.
Warrior, they have
Because the follow-up thing
man,
right after that
Yeah.
was
Master Control, but you will be knowing further details on this next week. We got some
so I'm 99% certain it was Dr. Dread.
Right.
up from Canada that our announcer Kenny B went to, and he got some footage.
All meant in good fun.
From the NWF
Did you,
training center, so
Anybody wants
a
to
lot of
I think your follow-up question should be, do you know where my boots are?
It's kind of an ongoing joke right now. I mean,
Yeah, it's.
at
I
the
mean,
time, he doesn't know where they are.
From LA,
well,
no one
you know, this was what,
Plus, we have
40 years ago. So
Yep. Well,
all the other wrestlers will be
36, 37 years ago.
yeah.
Friday evening,
Good Lord.
March 20th,
So,
7 Oak Armory,
but he said that he still has them somewhere. He's just got to find them.
Really? Oh, that's amazing.
Dixie Dave, if I could have beat you fair and square, but if I wasn't so
That's
obsessed,
that's amazing. I hope you get them
I
back,
would've won
dude.
back.
I mean, they may not fit right now, but it's
Right, yeah.
it's just the sentimental value of them. And,
Yeah.
Got some words
Yeah,
for
they'd
us.
be
You know-
awesome on your shelves back there, you know?
well, that's what I was just going to say. I think they look pretty cool right there with that NWF
Be killer, yeah.
National Tag Title.
Yeah.
Block is hurt.
Do you know anything about this white ninja dude?
White Ninja? Yes, me and Mr. Destroyer, when I was on the good side, we were pretty good friends with him. He wrestled in Florida, he wrestled overseas, he wrestled in Continental. We've tagged up with him in a 6-man match. He was also
Mr.
tagged up
Macho
with the Florida
talking.
Warriors,
Yep,
Conan and
yeah.
Dundar. So
He was the
very
White
good friends
Ninja,
with them.
right?
And I guess he just
As I remember, yep.
NWF
Yeah.
is the best league. And he's come up here. But right now, Ronabomb, well, a kick to the small of the back.
Ninja, can he karate chop a bullet?
Well, I don't know, Stevenson. I doubt it.
What does he have? It looks like a spear. Is it just like a tent pole or something?
More than likely.
Yeah.
Oh, super.
I mean,
He's got black hurt. Dancing around on the ring.
to be honest,
Ballet, wouldn't you think?
this
Oh, yeah.
venue that we're wrestling from, Dirty Ernie had bought a
Pretty
house,
good in a tutu.
That's
and this
Dirty
I
Ernie.
went down
That's
at those
right.
nice tights that Pretty Boy
this
Taylor
pole
wears.
barn was on the property when he bought it.
That's
30
right.
seconds. We have just been
Dirty Ernie. Boy, I haven't heard that name in a while.
But we've already been fined. We better not.
Yeah, we better not. Too many chairs. 20 seconds. What do you have to say about that, Beast?
I actually saw Dirty Ernie here probably 10, 12 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Does he still own the property with the pole barn?
Nope. Actually, that's why we lost the pole barn, is because the house that he bought was
Laugh. We could have taken him on in 1 minute.
time limit draw there.
Hey. Not bad.
Me and you.
No, actually, the house was going to be more work than Ernie was ready for, so he unloaded the property.
Making their second debut
Right.
in NWF Wrestling.
The Destructors versus
White.
Mr.
Oh, the
Destroyer
White
and
Ninja.
White Ninja.
Oh, okay. Now the Destructor's not well liked, and in the ring, Mr. Destroyer. And the White Ninja, the debut of the White Ninja.
Is that Sean talking?
All right, we're all set for action. Let's ring the bell.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
There she goes.
Yeah.
We're at. Oh, wait a minute. We're not ready. No, it's not.
He always wants to shake everybody's hand at the beginning of the match.
Well, you know,
Okay, let's.
trying to show
I'm
good,
joined here with my tag team partner, Kid Kelsey. And we're going to do the combination. Oh, look at
good
this.
clean start.
Coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about it getting dark, but with the windows not painted, it affects the lighting in there.
They're a lot
Yeah.
like the Ring Warriors, and the Ring Warriors, of course, are coming back too. And maybe we'd have a little bit of a conflict. The Ring Warriors are crowd hatred, so aren't these guys. But who knows what'll happen?
Both mean as a nail.
Yeah, they don't play Mr. Nice like Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Destroyer.
And they don't play like they're not the crowd favorite.
Oh, right over the
Ooh.
top rope with his neck. Very dangerous move. You can end up
breaking a person's neck.
very easily. There's cable in those ropes,
Yeah.
and that cable is real.
Look at that white ninja. He is very experienced in the.
Oh, look at that. He's karate chopping him.
He's taking on both.
Holy cows. Oh, look at him go.
He is really
He's ready.
psyched.
Oh, right to the gut. Oh, they don't know what to do.
Tag partner for us because we're always psyched and
Well, maybe we'll have to contact
Mr. Macho's definitely one of my favorites. I thought he had a lot of
Oh,
talent.
boy, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just want to change the subject. Beautiful.
Him and
Bobby
Steenerson were a
Ferrari,
great team.
My co-host on the Saturday
They had so much
special.
potential,
Well,
you
I
know?
was talking to Kenny Boyer.
Yeah.
He says that Ferrari has not a very good reputation in the Northeast area, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe if Kenny Boyer's around in the show,
You
we'll
know,
talk to him at the
such a
end.
fun time in
We
life
got
that
a
we
match
had
here.
back
The
then.
White Ninja.
Yeah.
Ooh, doing like some type of finger chops.
White ninja
Only if it
was
could have
out
kept
wide,
going.
but, you know, most people.
Yeah.
Full Nelson.
No, the Cowboys always.
I mean,
go
I'm,
white.
I'm,
Into the
I'm
ropes, breaking
shocked
the
that we were able, you know, when I say we, I mean
You
Sean,
always wear white.
Yeah,
was able to do as
We
much
have a white
as we
jet,
were,
have white
you know?
limos, we have
exactly.
So-
I mean,
I mean, it's not like any of us had any money, you know,
Well,
to
it's partly
buy,
white.
you know.
And let's see.
exactly. I mean, all of our money raised was raised by our live events.
Right, yeah.
The Destructor #1 and #2. They're
That's
both
how we
double
bought the
teamed
ring.
on
That's
left.
how
Can't get away with that.
we funded
I mean-
future
Oh, he
events.
pulls him by the foot.
You know, and if you think
into
about
the
this,
ring.
this is 1987.
Got
Like,
a
people
Handling that he likes to make sure you
don't really
don't.
even have
I don't know if that was a tag or
camcorders
not.
at this time.
Similarly,
I don't know if
he
people
expects the
realize or not, but Sean, nobody owned this video camera. This was the video camera we're using was owned by the cable
Turn it
company.
with a karate chop.
Exactly.
And you would have to take
Oh, and he
courses
tags
at the
Mr.
public
Destroyer.
access
Oh,
station,
it looks like they both got
and
hurt. Mr. Destroyer ain't
you
getting
take
nowhere.
courses, and then they
I've been informed
give you a
by
test, and you had to pass the test.
no-name
And if you
source that
pass the
Mr.
test, then they would
White
allow you to
Ninja
check
was
out the
trained by
cameras
same
for
man
free.
Lex Luger was trained by.
Yeah.
But Lex Luger did not.
For a certain amount of time, a couple of days or whatever,
White Ninja has
and then
Master control
with
center
the
wise.
agreement that you would film something to put on the air, to put on the
Right.
public access channel. And so, yeah, nobody owned, you know, none of us owned a video camera at this time. And this camera was the property of the cable
Group
station.
W cable.
Yeah, Group W cable. And so, and then, you know, also again, I don't even like, I don't know. It was Sean's at least 16 at this point. Like, I don't know that he had a job. And so, typically, you know, I'm shocked that he has any of this footage. Like, even getting videotapes
Oh, he misses.
that were your own to keep was, I mean, they were expensive back then. And a
Yep.
lot of times, you know, most public access shows, you know, you would record onto their tape, you know, they would loan you a tape, you'd record onto it, the show would air, and then it would get erased, you know. And so I'm completely shocked that any of this footage exists. You know, Sean was had enough foresight, to you know, figure out a way, even without a job, to get VHS tapes. You know, it's not like his family had a lot of, you know, they weren't rich or anything like that, but he figured out a way to get videotapes and, you know, copy the shows onto tapes that he owned and then hung on to those tapes. So,
Yep. And then he had the foresight once the internet age came around.
Right.
He
yeah,
digitized everything.
Yes, yeah, thankfully.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jason.
Because I thought I read that tapes were only good for about 20 or 25 years before they start to deteriorate. And so,
What was this?
I mean, thank God he
see the decision.
digitized
What
them when
was
he
it?
did, you know. But you know, the other thing that I don't know that people realize is
No.
Sean would have to buy tapes.
Are the
You know, this would air on our
From
local
Chicago,
public
the-
access, right? So
Right.
northern Twin Cities. But Sean would buy
we also
VHS tapes and
what's going on here?
copy, you know, the show to multiple VHS tapes.
The
That
National
you know,
Wrestling
so that
Federation
cost
here,
him
we wanna
money.
remind you,
Then he
coming
would
up in the
mail those
National
tapes
Wrestling
to
Federation,
other
we
public
have some
access
returns and some
stations
new
around the
wrestlers.
country.
Yep.
Which also cost him
From,
money,
I
you know.
believe it is, Phoenix,
And I
Arizona.
mean, it's
He
not
is
like, you know,
Hercules
we had any
Quest.
commercials or anything like that,
Also, the
that,
return
you
of
know,
the
where
Ring
there was any
Warriors,
kind of
Chuck
revenue
Robertson,
stream to come
Todd
back
Chester,
from
and coming in for
those
the
shows
matches
being
here,
watched or anything like that.
Ace.
It was just, you know, Sean
Yeah.
saving his money or, you
And
know,
we'll be
mowing
right back
lawns or
after
whatever the
this.
hell he did to raise funds to buy VHS tapes and ship stuff, you know,
Yep.
across the country to multiple TV stations just so people would watch us. Like that was the only, you know, benefit he got out of it was exposure for the league and stuff, which is amazing.
Well, and
you
even
know,
nowadays, you know,
15-year-old kid was doing that, or 14 or however old he was at the time. So,
and even now with, you know, the DVDs being for sale now, the
Yeah.
T-shirts being for sale, among other stuff.
yeah.
You know, Sean and I have talked about it, and he's not selling it at a huge profit.
Right. Yeah. No, I can't imagine.
You know, he's selling it to whoever wants it at pretty much cost.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I'm a bigger guy, so I had to buy an extra big shirt, and
Yeah.
I think